Matthew chapter 7 verses 1 to 29. Matthew chapter 7 verse 1. Don't judge so that you won't be judged. Matthew chapter 7 verse 2. For with whatever judgment you judge, you will be judged, and with whatever measure you measure, it will be measured to you. Matthew chapter 7 verse 3. Why do you see the speck that is in your brother's eye, but don't consider the beam that is in your own eye? Matthew chapter 7 verse 4. Or how will you tell your brother, let me remove the speck from your eye, and behold, the beam is in your own eye? Matthew chapter 7 verse 5. You hypocrite, first remove the beam out of your own eye, and then you can see clearly to remove the speck out of your brother's eye. Matthew chapter 7 verse 6. Don't give that which is holy to the dogs, neither cast your pearls before the pigs, lest perhaps they trample them under their feet, and turn and tear you to pieces. Matthew chapter 7 verse 7. Ask, and it will be given you. Seek, and you will find. Knock, and it will be opened to you. Matthew chapter 7 verse 8. For everyone who asks receives. He who seeks finds. To him who knocks it will be opened. Matthew chapter 7 verse 9. Or what man is there of you, who, if his son asks him for bread, will give him a stone? Matthew chapter 7 verse 10. Or if he asks for a fish, who will give him a serpent? Matthew chapter 7 verse 11. If you then, being evil, know how to give good gifts to your children, how much more will your Father who is in heaven give good things to those who ask him? Matthew chapter 7 verse 12. Therefore whatever you desire for men to do to you, you shall also do to them, for this is the law and the prophets. Matthew chapter 7 verse 13. Enter in by the narrow gate, for wide is the gate, and broad is the way, that leads to destruction, and many are those who enter in by it. Matthew chapter 7 verse 14. How narrow is the gate, and restricted is the way that leads to life. Few are those who find it. Matthew chapter 7 verse 15. Beware of false prophets, who come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly are ravening wolves. Matthew chapter 7 verse 16. By their fruits you will know them. Do you gather grapes from thorns, or figs from thistles? Matthew chapter 7 verse 17. Even so, every good tree brings forth good fruit, but the corrupt tree brings forth evil fruit. Matthew chapter 7 verse 18. A good tree can't bring forth evil fruit, neither can a corrupt tree bring forth good fruit. Matthew chapter 7 verse 19. Every tree that doesn't grow good fruit is cut down, and thrown into the fire. Matthew chapter 7 verse 20. Therefore, by their fruits you will know them. Matthew chapter 7 verse 21. Not everyone who says to me, Lord, Lord, will enter into the kingdom of heaven, but he who does the will of my Father who is in heaven. Matthew chapter 7 verse 22. Many will tell me in that day, Lord, Lord, didn't we prophesy by your name cast out demons, and by your name do many mighty works? Matthew chapter 7 verse 23. Then I will tell them, I never knew you. Depart from me, you who work iniquity. Matthew chapter 7 verse 24. Everyone therefore who hears these words of mine, and does them, I will liken him to a wise man, who built his house on a rock. Matthew chapter 7 verse 25. The rain came down, the floods came, and the winds blew, and beat on that house, and it didn't fall, for it was founded on the rock. Matthew chapter 7 verse 26. Everyone who hears these words of mine, and doesn't do them will be like a foolish man, who built his house on the sand. Matthew chapter 7 verse 27. The rain came down, the floods came, and the winds blew, and beat on that house, and it fell, and great was its fall. Matthew chapter 7 verse 28. It happened, when Jesus had finished saying these things, that the multitudes were astonished at his teaching. Matthew chapter 7 verse 29. For he taught them with authority, and not like the scribes.